extra material. I wanted to try the pink fuzzy bear. Try a fuzzy one. I started making bears about 12 years ago. I had a request after a young gentleman had been killed by a drunk driver, and the friend wanted something special for his mother, so she brought me 3 of his shirts and asked me could I make something out of them. So I started making little bears and started calling them memory bears. The memory bear is taken from a shirt, a blanket of something of a loved one that you can have that will last you. You can lay it out on the bed or on the couch. Kind of something you can keep. Always have treasure and pass it along. Use the buttons to make the eyes. Use every part of the shirt that I can to represent in the bear. There's special little decals that I use. Okay, now I'm done here and I'm going to go to the sewing table and get started. I'm working on a foot. When you get these, then they look like little boots for a baby. I'm pinning the arms on. As soon as I pin the arms on, then I'm going to stitch them, the head and the arms together, and turn it inside out, and she'll be all done. This is a sample bear I've made. It's the first one in this material, but she'll be up for sale if someone wants her. From start to finish, it takes probably 2.5 to 3 hours. I timed sewing one, just sewing part the other day, was 43 minutes. Which was a non-stop sewing. That's if I don't make a mistake and have to take some stitches out. Oh, there's been times I get very upset while I'm sewing, especially if I sew it backwards, the foot backwards, or I sew halfway through and my thread wasn't in. It can be very testy. Sewing can really stress you, but then there's times it's very relaxing and rewarding. Ouch. Now let's see if we can sew this, the head, the arms, and the body all together. Like I said, this first time doing it with this thick of material, and the layers are really thick. You can't see a whole lot. Push them through. Little back stitch so that I don't pull her stitches out while I'm trying to stuff her. There she is. Okay, I'm going to start stuffing. You'd be surprised that all this stuffing will go right into this little teddy bear. And we'll start stuffing and we'll see what's left over. Hey girls, if you want to think about sewing as little ones, I started out just with my grandmother. Get you something simple like 2 little pieces of material and pin them together and just hand stitch them like I'm doing this teddy bear. I would sew with my grandmother, and she would stick pins in her mouth as she would sew. She'd do this and pull it back out. Well, I noticed her doing it, and I did it, but I swallowed my needle. So you have to be very careful. Really don't put them in your mouth. It isn't safe, but instead of my grandmother just taking me straight to the doctor, she had to be my wonderful grandmother and dress me up and get me all fancied up to go have a needle removed out of my stomach. Don't remember what they actually did, but that's how I learned to start sewing. I would just sit with her while she would sew many things. As a child, she would sew dresses and stuff for me. But that's just my tip. Just get you a couple pieces of material. Don't start off with anything major. Just something simple to get you started. Ow! Man, don't do that. That's not a smart thing to do. Be more cautious. I'm almost done with her. Just a couple more stitches for her eyes, and she will be all done. She's all done. From start to finish, took about 2.5 hours altogether, but she's done.